What's good, YouTube? First ever YouTube video right here. We're gonna hop right into it. We're performing a low taper on my boy Raj. I grabbed my Skeleton FX trimmers and created my first bald line, sort of at an angle, which will create more of a dark C-cup. And he requested to completely remove the beard, which is what we are doing here. Quick side note, I do not recommend using your hitters to create a bald line like I did in this clip. Only reason I did, my gammas, which are my balders, had died on me, so I was kind of forced to use these. But yeah, we'll get back to you here in a few seconds when we go into the second step of the fade. Here we grab the andis shavers and completely balding out the beard for him, adds longevity to the fade in general. Go ahead and use the andis shavers all the way up to the bald line, slightly below the bald line, and this will create a tighter blend and of course add longevity to the fade. First part of the fade right here, we're going to be grabbing the Oster fast feeds, and we're going about half an inch, lever fully open. And right here, I close the lever about halfway. Gonna be flicking out, of course, slightly below the first lever fully open. Really just shorten the brush strokes, and you should be fine. Can you believe this beat cost me like $10? I don't know. I need a little producer to just make me some beats real quick, bro. You know, $10 for this. I'm gonna keep using this beat for, I don't know, the next 10 videos. So if anyone knows a producer, you know, put me on. If you make beats, send me in. Whatever, they could be trash. I really don't care. I just need something. But yeah, we'll get right back to you in the next step right here. Finally, we're going to completely close the lever, and you should get a clean skin line blend. Just make sure you shorten the strokes again, and always flick. It's always flicking. Yeah, the skin line was probably one of the hardest things for me to learn in the beginning, but eventually got it down. A good technique I do recommend is open to close method, and basically just close the lever 1/4 of the way each time, and this works really well, especially if you don't have your flicking all the way down. It's a very safe option, but it can be a bit more time consuming. I didn't do that method in this video, but really just for time's sake, I just did a open, mid, closed, but it still came out really good. Then right here, we're gonna put on the half guard, fully open, but I think it was a little too bulky, so yeah, definitely always debulk. It's less work for your smaller guards, but yeah, you'll see, I think I put it on a 1.5, but we'll get back to you after I'm done debulking. just finished debulking with the 1.5 guard. His hair was very like it would get caught in the teeth, so I had to just make sure I got it all. So it took me a minute. But put the 0 guard now back on. Lever fully open. Same thing as the skin line from here. So now we're done with the 0 guard fully open. We're going to close it halfway and shorten the brush strokes and make sure we're flicking out. Alright, so we're done with that part with the half guard. 0 guard. But we're gonna take the 0 guard, close it fully, and shorten the brush strokes, always flick out. And one thing I do want to point out is I'm only using my corners, and this will help you sort of follow the guideline you made easier, rather than using the full blade and having just a flat, straight taper. And corners is definitely useful for detailing or tapers really in general. I think that's the best way and the only way to do it. Right here we're just throwing the 1 guard. You're going to go up about another ½ inch. Let's keep my blends pretty tight so you might not be able to notice, but it's just enough space. Cleaning off the canvas. Now we're going to close the lever halfway. Once again, shorten the brush strokes and make sure you flick. So right here, we're gonna go ahead and throw on this thick ass 2 guard. And he had a lot of hairs coming out from his man bone, so I went ahead and grabbed my duck clip. I just hooked it all together. Should have did that way earlier, but whatever. And basically the 2 guard, all it is trying to create a smoother transition into the 1.5 guard that we used earlier. Alright, so getting ready for the lineup right here, what we're going to do is comb all the hairs down, and what I like to do is lift up all the hairs and see how much room I'm working with. And the way I start my C-cups is I start at the corner, and I sort of try and connect it from the bottom, just like this.
kind of behind the that's in front of the ear. Yeah, I kind of try and make that as a hook, but right here we're just starting on the back, and of course you always want to debulk. So I think this is my number 2 guard. I'm pretty sure, but I'm kind of just following how like his head is shaped. It's kind of scooping out a little bit. Don't really go straight up. Might follow it up with a 3. I'm not sure above this, but yeah, this is the first step for the back. I'll get back to you and go on the next step. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our trimmers, and you're gonna want to set your first bald line for the neck taper. And personally, I set my bald lines slightly below the ends of the ears, and I love to do it at a half circle type of angle. And basically, all this achieves is a darker neckline, and I really think it just makes it pop a lot more. We grabbed our andis shavers and just gonna bald it out again, slightly below the bald line, just to create a tighter blend and to add longevity to the haircut. Let's see, right here we got the fast feeds and lever open, of course, fully open. We're gonna go up about half an inch. We're gonna work in half-inch increments, taper speaking. It's been about probably going on 3 weeks now since I first started filming this, And I just want to apologize for like maybe the audio. It's sort of changing in like quality, or like you might hear echo in this one, like the fan. I don't know. It just sounds different, and my voice sounds different as well. It's a little hard talking to a microphone, but I'm gonna get it down. Next YouTube video is gonna be way better, way quicker. Yeah, just learning experience. I'm learning how to edit and all that. Just bear with me. It's gonna get better over time. Yes, sir. This is my boy Raj right here, man. We go way back to like middle school. I love talking to people from like my past. Good conversation, but yeah, I mean, you ever sit in my chair? We're friends now, bro. So we can talk about anything, you know. I see some people just get real shy, I think, and don't want to talk about much, but I love talking, to be honest. It makes it easier for both of us. So, you know, I'm not worrying if you like the cut or what, but you know, as long as we chilling and vibing, you know, it's all good, you know. I guess it that quicker, simple conversation could do so much, you know. But let me see. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is halfway, and just sort of flicking up, kind of corner cutting right here, because a lot of times on the sides of the neck, the hair does grow towards the like direction of the slope. So yeah, make sure you go the opposite way the hair's growing. But yeah, just shorten the brush strokes once again. Be real thorough and make sure you're flicking out. After this, though, all you gotta do is close the lever. I don't think I gotta really explain that. You do just see it right now in a second, but just close the lever, same thing, shorten brush strokes, flick out, that easy, guys. So we're just finishing up the skin line here. This is lever closed, and I'm just kind of corner cutting, flicking out. And I'm just gonna kind of play with the lever. And we should pull out the 1.5 guard right here. Yeah, 1.5 guard. Here I'm just using it primarily to make a better transition from the 2 that we used previously. So everything will flow better together. There won't be no lines or anything. So I noticed it's taking me a minute to actually do this transition, but if you look closely, you can see his hair is growing in many different directions. On the left side right here, it's kind of growing sideways, and then right next to it, it's going down, and then on the right side, it's going to the right. So I mean, you want to be thorough. Make sure you cut everything down evenly. It's okay if it takes a while, you know. It makes a big difference. It's all about the details in this. But right here, we're finally done. We grabbed the one guard, and this should be lever open, and basically the same steps as the skin line. You're gonna close it halfway and then close it fully, and it'll easily blend into the fade just like that. I'll get back to you in a second though. Alright, so right here I grabbed the zero guard, and we're going up once again half an inch above the skin line, and this is our next guideline. Really just lever play, like same sense as always, just open, middle, close. I'm not really gonna do too much in depth, but you'll kind of notice it start blending in, and the half guard in my opinion is the most important guard and step in the entire fade. So really be thorough with this step, guys. It really does make a big difference. So yeah. Alright, so we just got done making the second guideline, and I should have closed it about halfway, and I'm kind of corner cutting the sides because the hairs tend to grow, it's kind of like growing to the left. I don't know if you can see on the left side, but it's growing like that, so you gotta kind of hit it from against the grain, and you gotta be a little bit more patient because they tend to not really get caught in the teeth as much, I guess, for some reason, but it'll eventually come out. Just keep on going over it, just be patient with it. And I just shortened the brush strokes once again, trying to blend it into the lever open. And I don't even know if it's closed. It might be closed already, I can't really tell, but if it is closed, it's literally the same thing as we've been going over. Just shorten the brush strokes, and be very thorough with it. The zero guard or the half guard is the most important step through it all, the whole process. As soon as I started improving my technique on the zero guard, half guard, I instantly seen a big difference in my work. So really try and be thorough with this. Anything else, it could wait a little bit, but definitely try and master this guard first. So right here, I took the guard off, and I'm just detailing, corner cutting, trying to hit places that I see dark spots, bulk, inconsistencies, whatever. This is what you want to get it out with. As you can see though, the left side is a little bit lower than the right side, like fade wise. I eventually do go back and fix it, but I just want to let you know that I do see it, and I am going to fix it. It's you kind of just want to get through the fade, not as quick as possible, but fairly quick. Oh yeah, see right now I'm fixing it, but you want to get through it fairly quickly, and then spend most time detailing at the end, or like, I don't know, just spend some time detailing. That's the most important part. But yeah, I'm gonna just hit it again with the zero guard, And yeah, we'll get back to you next time. Okay, so now we are here on the neck lineup, and this is by far probably the most satisfying, like fun part of the entire taper haircut. But as you can see here, I'm using my trimmers, and I'm using a comb, not a flat top comb. It's not the fine tooth comb, but it's just a small comb, and I think it's easier with this only because it's smaller. So it's like, I like to use it as a detailed clip rover comb, and it works very well. I could have used the guard, but I don't know, I didn't feel like using it, so I just took down some of the bulk right there for the ooh, my voice just cracked. But I took down some of the bulk right there with the trim over comb, and that's enough for me to hit it to make it crispy. And he has a lot of overhang right here, so it's not a pushback, but it's just his hair is very long right there. It's very thick, long hair. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, that's really. I'll get to you once we go like closer up top towards the ear. So I'm satisfied with how the lineup came out. Now I'm gonna hold the ear down and use it like a pencil and sort of hook it around the ear to connect the lineup. Alright, so getting to the front lineup, what we're gonna do here is spray with some got to be hairspray, sort of like I used to use like a spritz for straight hair. It really it locks the hair like instantly in a few seconds. It's crazy. But yeah, just prepping the hairline, brushing it down, letting it freeze, give it a few seconds, and I think we'll start messing with it in a few seconds right here.
We're just gonna start in the middle. He wanted it pretty natural, and he didn't want too much overhang, so that's exactly what I did. Not much I could do about the thinning sides, but it came out pretty good to where you can at least see a line. But yeah, just gonna start in the middle, work my way to the left, and then I come back to the right.
Alright, so boom. Now, right here, we're gonna start the eyebrows, and basically all we do is just shape them up. Try not to push it in too much. Try not to give it a feminine curve, feminine arches. Really just want to clean it all up, take all the stubbles and baby hairs. Alright, so now we're moving to the underside of the eyebrow. And this part used to be pretty tricky for me. It was very hard for me to create tension, but a good way that I found out is to hold the eyelid down with a little bit of pressure and pull up on the skin above the arch. And I'm sorry about this angle, my hair is all in the way. It's just the way the camera's set up, but I'll find a way around it eventually. Alright, so we just got done combing the hairs down and grabbed my scissors and cut off all the excess hairs hanging over. Typically I use my trimmers for this, but I think they had died. And I noticed my nails were stupid long. I just got done trimming them right now. It's embarrassing, but I never noticed. So right here, I'm gonna do the same thing. Comb hairs up, cut all the excessive hairs off. Real quick, I just want to say, a lot of times when I'm doing this with the trimmers, the client's always worried and scared that I'm gonna, nick his eyebrow or something. But all I ask is you please just be patient, trust the process. Not a professional, but I mean, I've been doing this for a while. I have a pretty steady hand now. It just bugs me a little pet peeve right there. So I mean, if you can, just bear with me and try and understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, I just wanted to address that real quick. Bye. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up the cut, but I'm just gonna do some off-camera detailing and cleaning up basically the neck. That's all that really needs to be cleaned up. He has a lot of hair, flyaways, very hairy, and yeah, I'm just using my trimmers for that, trying to get it down as close to skin as possible. And then I should use the andis shavers to bald it out completely. And yeah, get back to you in like a few seconds. So there you go, guys. This is your boy Young Flacco's first video. That's pretty much gonna do it right there. This is the final cut, low taper on a Johnny Depp lookalike. My boy Raj, appreciate you big time for coming out. Hooked it up. Yeah, see you on the next video.